Hello everyone. This is Touhou 10, Mountain of Faith. Addedoge is going to be doing MarisaA no bomb, which MarisaA is by far the worst shot in this game. It's not even close.
Yeah, it is. Like, you can make an argument for every shot to have like something going for it, except that one.
Yeah, which is a cruel irony because this is labeled as the high power shot. That is a lie. The peak damage is not very high. You have Marisa's hitbox, and it's really awkward to use. It's not even like Reimu C, where like it's a shotgun and you can't shotgun a lot of things, but it's straightforward.
Yeah, it's just bad. But it makes it more interesting. Oh, we're not shooting. It makes it more interesting for like runs like this. It's just a better challenge because it's just worse in every way, really. Like it.
Yeah.
Reimu B, but worse. And Fatbox.
It's Marisa B, but worse. Marisa B no bug, but worse.
Actually, yeah, it's just.
Yeah. So the way the shot works is you see the little green circles that are shooting stars trailing around. When you're unfocused, they trail and follow your movement, like in Gradius. And when you focus, they kind of lock in place. And that means that if you do unfocus adjustments while dodging, you will screw up your DPS.
Yep, and it's especially seeable on some spells where you have to alternate a lot between focused or not. We'll see in the final.
We'll probably see it on Source of Rains, yeah.
Yeah, and you can see like those right-left movements sometimes just to like refocus all the shots.
Yep.
Which is like it's not that hard of something like to do or to think about, but it takes time to do, and that's time you're not spending like dodging or whatever. Like
it's also time you don't always have.
Yeah, and like it's the same thing as like redirecting Neon up in IN. I use that because I know it.
But that's even like that's even easier. That's just two inputs that you can do anyway.
And it's two inputs, but the number of times I have died because I tried to reset up the thing and just run into a bullet in the middle of that movement.
Yeah, that's honestly a good point. Like, that's easier to adjust, and it still causes problems.
Yep.
And then this is also Modern 1, so Marisa's hitbox is almost twice as big as Reimu's is in these games. Which MoF and like SA, but MoF, like both of them are very micro-heavy games. There are lots of places where you can get small gaps, and honestly, this pattern's one of them.
Yeah. It really depends on the RNG, but so far
this was
been good.
Very nice RNG. That can throw some really nasty stuff at you. We call it good spell design for a reason.
Well, it was especially seeable in TS, so if it says no, you have a miss, and we go on. Like, I tend to compare that spell to Buddhist Diamond a lot. It's just... It wants you dead, you are dead.
Yeah, there are things you can do to mitigate it a little bit, but it's sometimes you just kind of get memed.
Yeah.
Yeah, aside from that one spell on stage 1, there's not really any big problems until what, like Nitori mid?
I mean, in a final can be spooky, especially with Marisa box. It's really not the worst, but it can be somewhat spooky.
Some of that depends on how long it lasts, and I don't know how long a good MarisaA kill takes.
It's better than Reimu C. It's not good.
Is it so? It's like a Reimu A kill time.
I've not compared the two, but probably similar.
When your maximum potential damage that's hard to get is comparable to a homing shot, you know you've done something wrong.
Also, I love the fact you just somewhat can't see much of the enemies just because of all the explosion. Like, it looks cool, but it's just visual clutter, and like it's not too important, but it's just one thing more added to the pile of slightly worse, you know?
Yep. To be fair though, as far as worst shots in a game go, MarisaA is competent.
Oh yeah. I mean, I play IN.
Yeah. Like there are games with much bigger disparities and much worse shots.
Yeah. In a way, I think MoF is one of easiest game to get all shots LNN, just because most shots are just able to do stuff.
It's basically just like do this one.
Very bad one. Yeah, DDC, but like we also have like IM.
Yes, that was a bit of, I think, bullet sealing there. Sitting on a spawn point to prevent bullets from spawning, just to make the first wave a little easier.
I mean, let's see. Yeah,
okay.
that's MarisaA box moment with Reimu. It would have absolutely gapped. No issue. Well,
yeah, with Reimu that was a completely safe dodge, but here we are with MarisaA and it's not.
Yep. I don't have much to say about the stages, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see how stage 5 is handled, just because I feel like everybody has their own little things they do there, and MarisaA has probably some interesting things going on with. Other parts.
You have the trailing. That's probably like even for stage 4. I think you can do some pretty cool stuff with it, mostly for crowd, I assume.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know addedoge is going for an LNN with this shot and has a 1 miss PB. So they clearly know what they're doing with this shot everywhere.
I think like stage 3, I had an extremely rough time with stage 3 when I was going for LNB, but I know that's just a me issue and it's really not that bad once you know it.
Yeah, coming up on Hydro Camo here. This is, I think, one of the big threats in the game, like kind of undoubtedly. It's really weird to read.
It's a weird thing. I feel like when you're somewhat good at it, you're gonna be fine most of the time, and then sometimes just really not.
Yeah, it gets really bad when Nitori moves down, but that was exceptionally well handled.
And honestly...
Ooh, Doppler effect.
Yep.
So there's a thing where, we just call it the Doppler effect because it's based on the real-life Doppler effect. But when you move up, your bullets don't take as long to reach their target. And so while you're moving up, your DPS very slightly increases. The opposite is true when you move down. And so doing it there kills the fairy before they get a second shot off. It is rarely useful tech, but I love seeing it when it is useful.
Yeah, it's useful there. I know it's useful in UFO with MarisaA B. But yeah, it usually doesn't matter, but it's just a cool thing, right?
Yeah.
Do not be me and do not die to Nitroin on 1.
Nitori is mostly just waterfall and final. I'm actually curious to see how final's going to be handled. I feel like MarisaA has a rough time there because you do, at least the way I do it, want to do some unfocused movements.
I do have to say, like, they are really not hard, but honestly the nuns are chokeable. I have died to them way more times than I thought I would.
Yeah, that is fair.
Very nice waterfall, by the way. Like.
Yeah, that was a super clean waterfall.
Okay, let's see final, because you don't exactly have the best damage, so it's gonna be a bit longer.
2 big right movements. At least we have a big left to follow it up.
Restream and using the left wall to like line up all the options is super smart.
Aww.
Yeah, like she has a sliver of health and just one.
That's MarisaA damage awkwardness.
Yep.
Like if it, and Spin the Cephalic Plate is a pattern where if it doesn't die when you want it to, or when you need it to, it can go wrong very fast.
Yeah, it's either you do like a weird dodge for everything and you live, or you do a weird dodge for everything and you die.
Yeah. Or you or you think you might not kill it in time, and you do an aggressive misdirect to set it up for like another restream. But you have to recognize that and be thinking that might happen, and it's not an easy decision to make in the moment. Especially
really
if it usually dies
easy
before
to
then.
do, and you really don't want to do a restream if you don't have to.
Yeah, if you are setting up for a restream, I don't think the restreams on that pattern are too bad. It's just that most of the time you don't need to restream.
That's MarisaA speed there for you.
MarisaA speed and hitbox, and yeah.
I mean, I'll be honest, I think Remu would have died. I don't think that was an hitbox thing. Okay, we get to the worst part of the game. The character that shall not be named. Okay, early kill,
well
so we're gonna do one way.
So we know
of big
restream
waterfall.
timings.
I mean, I assume so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was told that waterfall is like way more consistent than Momiji if you really learn it, but it's a pain to learn.
I would agree with that assessment. If you know the timing, it's kind of like it's pretty doable, but that's one more thing to remember. So I do prefer doing the time down myself.
Yeah,
just because I'm already doing the time.
Yeah.
Like you already have to know how to dodge Momiji, so what's another couple seconds?
I mean, Momiji is very bad. Like, I also did the time down, but yeah, it's just because I assumed I was gonna die at Momiji anyway, so. Like,
yeah, this is one of the places where MarisaA's shot is actually good.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I said stage 4. Is yeah, like this section is weirdly good.
Side shot.
Honestly, Momiji, to have discourse with like multiple people that have MoF LNN, it's like around as bad as PWG. It's just learn Momiji and easier than
bit of a spooky Saruta cross here, honestly.
Well, always is somewhat spooky. I feel it kills less than it could, but it's always like scary in a way. Someday is also one of the patterns where like there is like so many bullets you have to dodge. Like you'd rather have a move. I mean, you always rather have a move.
Yeah.
Especially on this one.
Storm Day is definitely dangerous. It can get very consistent, but it is dangerous.
Round 3. Just didn't move at all.
Yeah, so there's the unfocused adjustments kind of decreasing damage a bit. And right side PWG. There's not really much difference between left and right. It's just personal preference. Yeah.
The bitrate killed the runner, I feel. And final is not an issue if you're not me, probably.
Yeah, it's mostly just going through lanes, and that is something that can be tricky to do. But
yeah,
I mean, once you can do it consistently, the spell basically doesn't kill.
I have to say, it is way easier than last spell 3 I found. Still not great, but I've got a more Aya 1 miss to final that I would like to admit.
Yeah, stage 5 is honestly one of the stages I feel like you kind of have to route the most.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of places, like right here, where if you let the fairies on both sides shoot, things get very scary very fast.
Yeah, it's really not like the most threatening stage.
Yeah, it's more of one where if you get off route, you're probably already dead.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Yeah, like it's not that hard to follow the route, but yeah, once you mess it up, like there are some way to mess it up that are fine, and some way to mess it up, but no, it's over.
And some ways to mess it up where the only recovery is going through one of the walls.
Yep.
The Sanai mid is a lot of really small gaps, but I think it shouldn't be a problem because if you... Ooh, a misdirect on this?
I mean, that looked intentional.
Yeah, it looks like the route, but I've never seen that before.
Either. I mean, I've seen that when I tried to POC.
Oh wow, those are nice gaps. That's a good strat.
Yeah, no, this is really good, yeah.
I'm not going to steal it because I have my own strat that I like, but that's a good strategy. Like, especially for Marisa.
Usually when I see those, it's like someone trying to POC and instantly regretting it.
that mid-non especially is prone to that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because like all of the star attack of Sanai are aimed at you, but
good.
Yeah, mid-non you're
be good joining VC. Alright, I guess I'll make
messing around up in the screen, mostly because of face this time, right? And
hey, POC once, instantly. You misdirected a little bit, and you immediately regret everything.
Yeah. Or like the worst is when you're like, you know, like slightly too much to the right and so like it's similar but weird and just like Okay, Sanai on.
Good read ahead to go around the wall that was forming.
Hello there.
Gastari, hello.
Hello. I could not say no to Mountain of Faith, right?
I don't know if they can hear you.
Oh, don't worry, I did all the setup already.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So, how's the pace so far?
One death to PWG, one death to...
it was Hina final, it
Popcorn,
was Nitori final,
Nitori
Singular Popcorn Fairy, and PWG.
Oh, so it's like a 3?
4 miss, yeah.
4.
4 miss, okay. Hopefully that it can stay up, you know. It can stay
Wow, this is lasting so long.
You know, like, why would you
Moses
say that
Miracle
on Musa?
lasting-
I just like sat in silence looking at the screen waiting for this answer.
Moses Miracle lasting long is scary because that's a pattern that gets worse over time.
And it's already pretty bad from the start. Like, I like it, but it can do some weird things.
If you're trying to set it up like 3 misdirects ahead, things are usually fine, but that requires a lot of active thinking about what you're doing.
Yeah, consider that I'm not that smart. And
I was trying to give you credit.
Here we have Hibachi final.
Lane skip strategy, interesting.
And surely nobody has ever died to this on pace.
Okay, the late switch strategy looks very good. I would never do that, but it does look good if you know how to go into a lane. Honestly, there has been a lot of strats that I've just never seen that have been used, and they all look very good, honestly.
Yeah, like I wouldn't do the lane skip either, because I have a strategy there that I like quite a bit, but it looks perfectly fine.
I have a strategy that I don't like, but I but
It's strategy that I don't like. Awesome. But you know, I really like the usage of MarisaA there. Like, MarisaA can be very creative if you know how to use her.
Yeah, especially for this, like, yeah, you're gonna get the pretty fine death rate.
No overlap.
Yeah, because you can just not be at the right.
I feel like there's still a bit of randomness to having absolutely no overlap, but that's so good.
Ooh, I would not have. Why did you go for that gappable gaps?
I mean, it worked.
Yes, but also why?
Worked.
I guess. Alright, opener time, my favorite.
A non that is fine if you are good and absolutely impossible.
Your cap rate is either over 90% or under 10%, and there is no in between.
So true, actually. Yeah, that's a thing that either clicks or it never clicks.
I think I got to 20 at one point.
You can either keep up or you can't.
Yeah, pretty much. I think for me it kind of happened one day. I woke up, I was like, oh my god.
I think for me it didn't happen. Like there are two things that make me not want to do this LNN, and it's Momiji and Kanako opener.
Not even Phantom Jellybean?
No, I'll play Raimu. Yeah, so this spell,
yeah, the bullet transformation is... Bullet transformations are bugged. The hitbox doesn't change when the sprite does. So you can get hit by literally nothing there with Marisa.
Especially with Marisa, you can just like, you know, chill out, go into a gap, die from the void.
Bullet transformation is a lie.
Yeah, we'll be seeing that again soon.
I don't think it matters in Risk of Rain.
It does affect the pattern. The Wraiths, I think, honestly, are a bigger threat than they actually are.
I've seen it like with the way to like have the normal bullets. It's just worse. I can't read anything.
We're going to be on non-4 for a while, considering addedoge is choosing to maintain the extremely narrow forward focus shot.
Fair respect, honestly, but yeah, you're losing some.
Yeah, just Remilia did it better, really.
No, Remilia did it worse.
I'm sorry, but
Remilia and Kaneko both did it badly.
Yeah, they both did it terribly, but
they both did, but I would rather do Remilia's personally.
I'd rather do Kaneko, my guys.
At least he dies like faster, right? At the very least, Remilia's dies faster, even as like Raimaway. I mean, alright, Source of Pain.
Risk of Rain, yes. Okay, we are going.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. You just want to take that very slowly, very low damage, like you can see familiars.
Also, with MarisaA, with MarisaA, that damage is less slow than it might otherwise be because those trailing stars that are usually a disadvantage are effectively still doing some damage during all of these misdirects.
Some damage, but like it's fairly low damage.
Alright.
It's more than 0, and that adds up.
Cap or no cap?
I would vote timeout, but I don't think we're getting a timeout.
This is not Tinabo, you see, buddy.
I have to say, this is like the spell where it's very seeable, like the issue of MarisaA.
We have 2 caps? Oh, 3 caps in chat? Okay.
The issue of MarisaA bullets, like familiars just going everywhere, and either like you take time and you some risk to reline them up.
So far, everyone is on a cap, and people were wrong!
That's pretty much the toughest overlap that exists, and also dropped power.
Shit wave. What? Okay, well, I believe in the 1 miss at least.
I mean, that's 3 power. I don't think it matters too much though for MarisaA, because well, the familiars are not the greatest.
I'd say it doesn't really matter
because you died actually. Timeout. Okay, never mind.
Very nice.
One thing that I saw them do is hold down into the bottom to get everything recentered.
No dancing though. Yo.
Circle, stay down, stopping, pose, ending blocker.
Flower.
Let's go, TRC.
Yeah, GG, very nice run, honestly, like, especially, with 1 death on Hina, and 1 death on Hina final, and 1 death on Nitori final, like, getting 5 miss,
6.
I got it correctly, 6 miss, is frankly pretty good, like.
Yeah, 6 miss with MarisaA on command is absolutely nothing to be ashamed of.
One of them was PWG with, like, awful, like, with Marisa, absolutely terrible stuff, that risk went also pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, that was a 1 miss Kaneko, honestly.
No, 2 miss.
2 miss? What they done? Oh, right. Pain.
Pain.
It's risk.
I forgot a Source of Pain. You're right.
I think that's it for the MoF here, and then we go into a double spoiler, which is going to be really exciting.
Yeah, addedoge, they stream on Twitch, they are doing attempts of MarisaA LNN.
Pretty regularly.
Yeah, semi-often. I do not have the link, does someone have the link? You'll find them. But yeah, they stream on Twitch. They're doing like MoF LNN attempts. They are also very good at DDC.
Every Touhou in general, it seems.
Yeah. But like they have been in TWC for 4 times, I think. I don't know if I have really anything more to say. So I'll let it to you two. Or not? Okay, well, I guess we'll transition now. So yeah,
Okay, where's
bye.
the transition? Transition.
Oh, are we gonna transition? Hold on.
Bye.